I figured I'd show you what I do to clean up the rust and all that stuff on the parts I'm going to reuse. So I do an oxalic acid bath. That's what I like to do. It does a really good job neutralizing the rust. Got to be careful. It is an acid, right? So, you don't want to soak it in there for 27 days. But I'll show you what I do. You can see, obviously, I'll show you some more as I get into it, but um, it just has a chemical reaction to the rust and the corrosion on there. It doesn't hurt any of the any of the decals or any of that stuff. So pretty interesting stuff. Let's see if I can show you here too. Yeah, I'll show you this stuff. This is what I use. Trying the selfie stick thing. I don't know how it's going to work. So wood bleach. You can get just the oxalic acid if you want. This is pretty easy to find. You can find this stuff at your local grocery store, a grocery store, hardware store, or something like that. Some people like the citric acid. I haven't tried that. I like the oxalic acid. It seems to do a pretty good job. All the parts that I'm going to use are in there. Probably do 6 hours. Come down here every couple hours, get a little brush, knock the rust around, so that the oxalic acid can get straight to the uh, metal and do its thing. So I'll pop back in, take some more videos, show you what we got, and I'll keep trying to use this little stick. So all I'm doing here, getting through, knocking, just agitating the stuff a little bit. All the areas where you want that rust to, or that acid to get in there and work. This isn't going to restore chrome, but it will stop all that rust. It's pretty crazy. You'll wait till you see it when it comes out. But you can see the color of this stuff changed. That's only a couple hours away, Again, not going to restore it, but it is going to stop that rust from getting worse. And, if you're on a super tight budget and you're just trying to make something or save something, not a bad deal, for sure. This stuff works pretty well. Be careful. Obviously, you got gloves on. Don't get the stuff in your eyes. I probably should put some glasses on. I didn't think about that. But I'm going to give you guys a close-up. I think I showed you what this stuff looked like before it went in. I'll show you when it comes out. And then when it comes out, you got to neutralize it, right? It's an acid, so you need to obviously rinse it all off real good. Baking soda bath. Man, there wasn't much else in there that really had the heavy-duty rust on it. The bars are good. See, the nice thing about this, too, is it gets down inside all the bars and stuff. Making a mess. So even that, like this isn't chrome, right? But it had some of that corrosion on it. This thing's cleaning up really well. Need to order one of those because that's not gonna fly. So just knocking it around. This is a plastic brush. Got my gloves on. Get after this stuff. Pick one up and show you what it looks like here. I'll get it up a little closer. Actually, here, I won't even do that yet. Let me just. Yeah, you can see all that stuff draining off of there. So you know, if you look really close, you know, listen, they aren't perfect, but all that rust is gone. Gets into all those little grooves and everything, man. It's really, really incredible. So, perfect? No. Is it going to make them look a lot better? Yep, absolutely. Will I use these wheels? I don't know yet. Kind of going through again. Just get in there, knock all the scale and stuff off. Not really scrubbing on this stuff, just, you know, kind of cleaning. Guess I probably could have taken it apart, but you can see, like, it didn't affect the black on the wheels or the anodize or any of that stuff. Pretty incredible how that stuff works like that. It's been probably, I don't know, about 5 hours. So I'm probably going to go ahead and, oh, I should get, where'd that seat post go? Let's find that seat post. Been fishing for a seat post. I put that, oh, there it is. Let's see what that thing looks like. Oh yeah, she's a little rough around the edges, but cleaned up okay. Yeah, this is what I mean by it's not gonna fix your chrome. It's not gonna like re-chrome something, but so you can see this is just from years of use. How cool is that seat post though? Pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, obviously way better than when it went in there. Actually see some of the stampings on it. This is just where it was destroyed from being twisted in and out of the frame. But inside there, it does a really good job. Again, all that stuff gets in there, stops any of that rust from working from the inside out. It does the same thing on all the bars and tubes, frame tubes and everything. So, like I said, it's been a little while. I'm probably going to go ahead and neutralize this now. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Just because I don't need it doing any more work. Make sure you clean your stuff real good before you put it in there. I mean, any grease and stuff that's in there is gonna obviously make a mess. So I always try to go through and degrease everything before I put it in there. Probably should have taken this off, but you know, here we are. Here we are. What can I do about that now? But I'll get the big piece out. You guys want to see the frame. That's what you guys want to see. There wasn't much on this frame. There was a couple little spots on the down tube. Again, look. So decal didn't hurt the decal, right? Stuff's pretty wild. That little spot's gone. Any of the stuff inside the tubes is going to be taken care of. I'm going to neutralize this stuff so that it's not doing any more work. I don't really know if there's a particular, I'm sure there's probably a measurement. I could look it up and figure out how much baking soda you need to neutralize this stuff, but I just put a whole bunch in until I feel comfortable. this thing's doing something right. Probably half a box of baking soda. Stuff mixed up in there. Yeah, definitely don't do this in your living room, right? Like this stuff definitely, it smells. Certainly not something you want in your house. Do it somewhere you don't care about. I'm in my garage. Makes it easy to dispose of. Neutralized. All right, I'll bring you guys back once it's all washed up and cleaned, and take a look at it. Let's see what these parts look like after the bath. Pretty excited. They turned out so incredible. I'll give you guys a quick peek here, and I'll start putting this thing together and see what we can do. Forks. Look awesome. Handlebars turned out great. Couple little dings in the bars. I'll show that to you. Yeah, you can see a couple of them. And of course, the frame. Thing looks awesome. Inside there. That spot always has rust and stuff in it. See how good the wheels turned out. So everything's dry, everything's cleaned up after the oxalic acid bath. I'll be putting this thing together here soon. Parts are rolling in. Super stoked about putting this thing together. I think you guys are really gonna like how it turns out and what it ends up looking like. Gave you a little sneak peek of the parts and all that stuff. And as we start putting this thing together and parts are to get, as parts start showing up, we'll get this thing together and bring you guys along for the ride.